In today's video, you're going to get to see a beautiful 2006 Pontiac Solstice. Hello everybody and welcome to Classic Car ChitChat. My name is Kevin. If this is the first time you're coming to my channel, then welcome. I really appreciate you being here today. If you've been to my channel before, then as always, welcome back. Thank you so much for the comments that you leave for me, for your thumbs up, for you subscribing to my channel, and also remembering to hit that notification bell so you know when the next video is being released. Today, you're going to meet a gentleman. His name is Paul. Paul has an absolutely beautiful 2006 Pontiac Solstice. He has had this car for about 3 years. The car is all stock. And as Paul refers to this little car, it's his little toy, and you'll see why. She's beautiful. He also has one of the coolest license plates around too, and I'm surprised he got away with it, but it's perfect. So without further ado, let's hop in, let's go for a drive, and let's check out this beautiful Pontiac Solstice. Beautiful. Rev the engine for me. And the horn, sir. Beautiful. Step on out. Hey, Paul, I am just realizing actually how low this is.
Oh,
Like, you're okay to get in and out. Right now the knees are moving fine, so good for you.
there's a story in that.
All right. Tell me what this is first before we get into the
This
story.
is in 2006 Pontiac Solstice. They made them in 2006, 7, 8, and 9. And then they ceased production.
Why would they stop producing such an amazing looking car?
I'll be honest, I've never checked out why. Never
Like
investigated that.
Car makers have this tendency, they create something unique.
Well, Pontiac went out of business, but
I suppose, yes. That's probably a good enough reason, but still, such a lovely looking, it's so unique, so fresh looking, I think. What attracted you to the Solstice?
exactly what you just talked about. I mean, it's a unique looking car. It is got a personality of its own, which my wife says is my personality or fits with my personality.
Oh, good for you.
And I wanted to play. I wanted a toy that I could play with and work on when I wanted to.
This is the coolest little feature. Like, look at this curve. That is what? Sexy is the right word?
It's very 1955 James Deanish.
Yes, 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 yes. Bang on. Look at that. There is something really, really special about how that's done. And now, are these the original rims? Stock?
It is bone stock. The car has no alterations to it at all.
Really? So these are quite large then.
Oh yeah.
What, 19, 20 inch?
No.
What is this thing? 18. They look bigger somehow. Wow.
It's just the car.
Yes, just the
And
way everything's
we were
proportioned.
talking about it being so low. When I went to buy it, when I went looking at them,
Yes.
I found one up in Barrie, and my wife and I went up for one purpose only,
And what's that?
to see whether we could fit in it. I didn't know whether I could get in and out.
Right.
So we checked it out, and we were able to get in and out, and sealed the deal. And then I went looking for the car that I wanted.
Okay, now I gotta ask you though, what came first, the license plate or the car?
Oh, the license plate.
So how'd you get away with this? Like nobody questioned it
No.
at the ministry office?
No.
Like nobody kind of, okay.
No, they all smiled.
I think it's priceless.
The story is that I was working on a movie out in the Rockies,
Okay.
and we were bringing in equipment. And back in the days, we had these lights that were called brute arcs.
Say it one more time, they're called?
brute arcs,
Oh, okay. I've never heard
and they are massive,
Right.
and they run on huge voltage with 2 carbon arcs that create the light.
Okay.
And the only way to get them into the location was to fly them in by helicopter.
So these things are massive.
Oh, they're huge.
Okay.
They're as big as this car.
All right.
So we were flying them in, and there was one of the crew members, his young son, was probably 3.5, 4. And he was standing there watching the helicopters come in and go out, come in and go out. And on the last one, as it left, just after it took off, he's standing there like this, and he goes, "Holy shit." I just cracked up.
Yes.
Said, "That's priceless."
That's a keeper.
And
That's a wrap, right there.
I started talking to the rest of the crew
my.
and told them the story. From then on, the entire crew, including the stars, never said the 4-letter word.
Right.
They always used "sit."
Oh my God. And what happened to that young man now? Is he older? Like, do you kind of?
Oh no, I have no idea where he is.
All right. So he left an impression on everybody.
That was too many years ago to think about.
So Paul, let's take a look at the engine. Like, the interior is gorgeous, but let's start with the outside first.
The interior is what sold the car to my wife.
It's something else. I'm gonna savor that for a moment. Oh, I love how it opens. Look at the accessibility of it all.
It's very tight. Very, very tight.
Oh, that is so clever. So what is this engine? It's a
2.4
Yeah.
liter, 4-cylinder.
4-cylinder, not even a
And-
V6.
No.
I did not know that.
no,
Okay.
They only came in there were only 2 engines in this vehicle. One was the 2.4, and then there was a 2.1, which is smaller, but it was also turboed.
Okay.
So it had more power, or has more power than this.
Man,
But my wife and I use this for cruising.
for sure.
I don't want to race it.
No.
I don't.
No. What's the point of that? Why go fast when you can go slow in style?
And enjoy it.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, this is just so beautiful. I think it's one of the coolest cars around. In terms
Thank
of
you.
color combinations, I normally see them in black. What other options are there?
I've only seen 2 in black. Mine and
Oh,
one other that went past me 3 days ago.
okay. Maybe it's the same two guys.
I see. There's a red one in Toronto. There's several yellow ones
Okay.
and silver.
So standard basic colors.
Yeah.
But actually, this car would look good in all of those colors. I think just the way it's contrasted as well.
It does, and the
Yeah.
2-tone interior is just breathtaking. I mean, it really is nice.
It's beautiful. So look, before we fiddle with the top, may I open the door?
Sure.
That is amazing. That color combination as well. So in terms of features that this car comes with, your standard air conditioning,
power steering.
Bluetooth, everything, like it's relatively new, so I imagine.
It doesn't have Bluetooth.
It doesn't?
No.
Interesting. Okay. And this is a glove box here? The little
It's-
panel? Oh, that is different. Yeah, I like the way it popped out. That's a little bit of clever engineering right there. Very cool. I like the dials though. Let me just swing around this way a bit. That is very race car looking-ish. Oh, but Paul, right off the bat, what? No cup holders in this thing?
Of course there are.
What? Oh my gosh. Then it's worth it. Because otherwise you do
And
the
there
Canadian
is-
Tire Special.
There is one on the passenger side as well.
An additional one?
Yep.
Where?
You can
Oh,
just
on
see
the
it there.
side. How about that? Okay. Amazing. They have thought of a few things on this thing. I love the shifter. Like the throw is so small on the thing.
It's almost a short throw, but it's not.
Really? So there's a lot more stuff below it. It's just from the surface you don't see. Okay.
So it's fairly tight.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's a lovely clean look though. Like there's not a lot of clutter of nonsense.
No.
Like it's just everything you need. Very nice. Beautiful. I love this two-tone thing though. That gets me.
When I found this car down in Paris,
Paris, Ontario?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
my wife Ingrid and I went down to take a look at it. And at that point we knew that we could fit in, get in and get out.
Right.
So we went down and this car was sitting there and she took one look at the interior and said, let's get it.
Yes. It's funny, isn't it? I mean, this is not a negative slant in any way, but it's women find unique things as very attractive in a car, whereas for most guys, you look for something else, and then when they point it out to you, says, oh yeah, you're right. There is something about that, and you couldn't, but it's a lovely interior. Absolutely. Okay, so how does the, how much space is there in the trunk, first of all? Is there a trunk?
Well, that's where the roof gets stored.
Ah, okay. Oh, that's clever.
So as you can see, there is no trunk.
Yes.
None whatsoever.
So that's something you got to think about, isn't it? So even
This
if
is
you
a
wanted to
very-
go for playing golf, you couldn't really do it. I guess you could put it here, but then your wife couldn't come.
It's a very selfish car.
Hmm.
Very selfish car. There's no room for
Yes.
anything.
Yeah, forget actually not even golf, but even groceries. Like it's that's okay. You just make more frequent trips and more, just buy smaller
As
amounts.
I said, we just cruise.
Absolutely. Why not? This is a toy. It really is. It's an enjoyable car, something that brings a smile on your
Absolutely.
face, turns heads, because when I saw it at the car show, I thought, oh my God, I always wanted to get up close and
Children
personal.
love this car.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll park it someplace like this in
Yeah.
the middle of nowhere,
Yep.
come back, and there are little tiny fingerprints all over it.
Right.
And you know that
You know that
The little
yes,
ones-
the little ones.
the little ones that, hey, holy Sid,
Yeah.
have been doing this.
Priceless. Oh, it's just beautiful. I think it's one of the coolest looking cars around, and
I
it's
was told-
such a shame that they don't make them anymore.
I agree, although it makes it unique,
Oh, definitely. Yeah,
which I appreciate.
for sure. And it adds a little bit more value to it because they become rarer over time. But there's just something lovely about the lines and the curves and how clean it all looks. Very, very
It's
special.
almost Rubenesque.
Yes, nice way of putting it. Very nice. Everything, like just the way it's all flush and very, very good. Very nice. I'm going to ask you to do that again, though,
Yep.
because that is impressively smooth. So it's kind of like a power release, yes?
It is a power release.
And then when it comes down, it's just like, oh my God.
Snick.
Yeah. What's this little cutout here for then?
That is for when you put the roof up.
Yes, you got like a latch.
There's a mechanism that has to come with it.
Oh, okay.
If you'd like, I can put the roof up.
Do you wanna?
Sure.
Let's do it.
Doesn't
I'm
take
curious to see how it works. You'd have to iron your shirt again, though, Paul.
Actually.
Do you need a hand?
No. You get to see
Oh, wow. Oh, I see.
the funniest thing ever. You saw how small this.
Yeah. What is that? Oh, in case you get trapped inside. Well, it could be the little kid.
He wouldn't have
Oh
room.
my God. I guess it's a standard safety feature. Well, at least they thought about it just in case.
No,
Somebody
that's
got
just
stuck.
that's just government stepping
Regulation,
in.
yes.
Let me finish buckling it up and show you how it works.
Oh, it's not bad, Paul. Even with the roof up, it looks cool.
The flying buttresses are very similar
Wow.
to what the Ferrari has.
That is nice. I gotta be honest, my MG looks ugly with the roof up. Like it's just,
I had a midget for years.
Okay, you know what I'm talking about. Like just does not look pretty. This actually looks really cool. I really like how they've kind of extended the lines of the car. They didn't have to do it like that, but they did. Yeah, it looks really good. So like, it's really kind of an all-season car. You don't drive it in the winter, but you could push it if you had to.
You could.
Yeah, like at least in the cooler
I wouldn't
months.
want to.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to get
Again,
it sold.
because it's so low. And it has a scoop on the front end because it's a bottom feeder.
Yeah.
The grille doesn't work as an air intake.
Right.
All the air comes under the car and up.
So it's kind of like a snowplow. Oh my God. Now you're just showing off with the remote control there. I like how that happens. Very cool. And really a one-man operation. Oh, and there she goes. Okay.
So when the top is up, this
Yes.
is actually like that.
Right. Again, a lot of little clever engineering quirks on this.
Oh, there was a lot of engineering in the building design of this car. The frame, I won't go into because it's a very complicated frame.
Okay. It's not a unibody design in terms of a frame?
Oh no, this actually has a frame.
Okay.
It's almost like an inner cage.
Really? So this is in no way a roll bar or anything like
No.
that. It's just decorative, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. I like your shirt. Tell me about that. So you're a member of the club.
Member of
Oh, that is priceless.
Highway 11 Cruisers, and I had my plate.
Who
just
made,
to-
who made this for you?
There is a wonderful lady in Aurora
Okay.
who used to do all of the embroidery for Roots.
Okay.
And she ceased to work for Roots, set up her own little company, and she works.
I think it's amazing. I'm going to have to talk to her.
I will give you her name.
Please, yes.
Her
Definitely.
name is Gabriella.
Okay. Gabriella, expect a call from me. I just love how it sounds like a car door closing almost, right?
An expensive car door.
Yes, it is solid. Very cool. Okay, let's go for a little spin. Oh, it's really comfortable.
It is.
Like very, very nice.
And there's room.
Yes.
I mean, you don't feel, in my MG Midget, when I had my Midget, that was tight.
Yeah.
Not as tight as a Lotus Europa
Okay.
or a Lotus Super 7, but tight. And this is about the same height as a Lotus Super 7.
But like the visibility is amazing too. Like it really is hard to
Well,
explain.
you know, with the sports car and with the top
No,
down.
but like I'll be honest, in my MG, this pillar across the top
Yeah.
blocks my view. I can't see half the traffic lights, right? That I'm always
Oh.
kind of doing the ducking thing. But I mean, I just like how we sit in this car, but it's actually not that hard to get in and out of.
No.
So it's cleverly designed. Okay, let's do a little, we just go around the block a little bit. I will make it up as we go along. It's nice and smooth too, Paul. Now, does it have
It's
cruise
tight.
control?
Yes.
It does. Okay, so long distances, you can actually do it comfortably.
Yes, you can.
Do you go far in her?
So far, it's been maybe 100 kilometers,
Okay.
200 kilometers at most.
So not like you travel all over the U.S. or anything.
No.
Just local.
No, not at all, just local.
Maybe we'll go there. Turn right. There's a very Pontiac-ish look about it somehow, and I can't quite put my finger on it. Maybe it's the dials. I don't know. There is something about it that says Pontiac.
They feel substantial,
Yeah.
and they look like they work.
That's right.
As opposed to some other vehicles where they're just plastic add-ons. And you're afraid to touch something because it just may fall off.
Correct. Beautifully articulated. That is exactly what it feels like. Whoa. See, you get some idiots always, don't you?
Ah, cool.
So Paul, in terms of the visors, they're kind of tucked away here.
They are.
Very nice. I like that, as opposed to the little flappy thing that was so often used
And
to see.
again, they're substantial.
May I?
Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
The only problem is,
You can.
this is the one with the mirror.
Well,
And the vanity should always be for the passenger.
you'd think so, right? Well, you do have nice hair. Or you may have done back in the day like me, but hey, it's, where did the years go?
Exactly. Too quickly.
I know. But hey, you know what? When you drive cars like this, you kind of relive your youth a little bit, don't you think? You feel
True.
young. You feel
True.
young. You feel as though maybe you got wind blowing through your hair, or well, that would have been a few years ago. But hey, you do kind of feel that, so it's lovely. So Paul, you always been a car guy?
I built my first car when I was 15,
You built one.
from ground up.
What was that?
Well, I was 15. I didn't know how to do body work, and I really wanted a hot rod with suicide doors.
Good for you.
So I bought a 1934 Ford, which came
Uh-huh.
with suicide doors from the
Okay.
factory. So I built that, used an Oldsmobile frame and an Oldsmobile engine, and patched it together. So
And did somebody teach you, guide you on that, or you figured it out yourself?
I had been reading hot rod magazines.
Well, you mean
Since
you,
the
you didn't
50s.
Google it? Sorry.
Google.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember those days? You got a book from the library.
I had magazines coming out my kazoo. My mother used to go crazy with all of my car magazines.
But the passion was born early, wasn't it?
There are pictures of me that my parents took of maybe being 3, sitting in a car seat in my father's 1952 Buick with my own little steering wheel on it.
Of course. Priceless. Do you have any pictures of your of the hot rod you built?
No,
None at all.
None
what
at
a
all.
shame. So it's just in your
it
memory
is.
now.
It is a shame,
Wow, how unfortunate.
but that's life.
True. But at least you got the memory.
Oh yeah.
And then from the hot rod, did you get any other interesting cars?
I had a PT Cruiser.
Oh, they're cool. I do like those.
I had to wait delivery on that,
How come?
of course, because I bought it the first year.
Oh, the very first models.
And,
Okay.
So I had to wait for it,
Okay.
but when it came, it was my favorite
Of course.
at the time.
Yeah.
And
What color was that, by the way?
it was, a friend of mine said, "Oh, that's aubergine," and I said, "No, it's purple."
Purple. Okay.
And I'm going to call the car Barney.
Good for you.
So we called it Barney, and we had that. I had an MG Midget,
Yes.
which
Did you name
I
her?
hot rodded.
Did you name her? You hot rodded the MG Midget.
Yeah, in a way.
What, you put a V6, V8 in it?
No, I kept the stock engine.
Okay.
But I balanced, blueprinted, ported, polished the engine. Put headers on it. Put a Cooper S head, which had far bigger valves.
Oh my God. Look at you.
And
Yeah.
took the side draft SUs off of it and
Yeah.
put a Weber 40 DCOE side draft.
It must have been a little rocket.
It was. It was very quick.
I bet, because
It
it
was
doesn't weigh much and it's just all
Nothing.
engine now.
Nothing. And
Wow.
at that point, I think I weighed 120 pounds.
Oh, you're not much
solid.
more than that now. What are you talking about? 120
Oh, yeah.
pounds, you're
I
125.
wish. Anyway,
Wow.
that was a fun car, and then I got into a job where I just needed a serious sort of vehicle to get to work.
A bit more practical, yeah.
So for quite a few years, I just had practical cars.
Yeah.
And that was it.
I know. But it's funny, you go through the practical phase in life, and then later on in life, you kind of think back of those fond memories of cars you had and loved and had passion for, and then
Isn't
you
that
try
the
and
truth?
relive it.
Yes.
Absolutely. But this, my friend, is just
This
joyous
serves
car.
all the purpose.
Oh, absolutely. And more. It makes you smile every time.
it does.
Paul, it makes you feel young. And getting in and out is not that hard.
No.
You'd think it was difficult. I don't know why. Like my MG is about this height, but it's a bit of a headache getting in and out.
I would be willing to bet that this is lower than your MG.
Yeah, I don't think you're wrong.
I think I've got 1.5 inches on the front.
Yeah, it's so well. Maybe it's because the way the door is so large, you can get in and out more easily. There's something about it, but yes, very nice. This.
Yes.
I could just look at that all day long. Very, very nice. Oh, and here is what, like a plastic shield?
That's
on
a
there?
plastic shield for when the
It comes
flying
up,
buttress is down, it doesn't rub the paint off.
Very nice.
That's the, I would rather not have it on there,
Yeah.
but
it's
you
there.
have to.
Yeah.
One thing this year, the 2006, does not have
What's that?
is door locks.
Oh,
Like if you want to get out and it's locked, you have to lift this up.
interesting. Yeah, I didn't even notice that.
2007.
So what is that button? Just for the
that's
window?
for the window.
Oh, okay. Yeah, isn't that interesting? It's weird how they think of certain things, and yet, oh, we don't need that.
It just slipped their minds.
You know what else is kind of cool, now you see it, is the slope of the front windshield,
Yes.
right? Very, very attractive.
And when you have the roof up, the shape of that window frame
Yeah,
accentuates the flow of the car.
definitely. It is very nice.
One thing that I found interesting was usually your headlights are also your daytime running lights.
Right? Oh, they're down there.
These are my daytime running lights.
But
The-
look how
the signal.
robust they are too. They're huge. There's this kind of coolness, some meanness to it. It looks fast standing still.
I went past a school one day, and this one young chap yells out, "Love your Ferrari."
They didn't call it the 350Z?
No,
Because it
they
kind of
would-
looks like that a little bit, the
they
convertible.
They wouldn't even know what a
No, that's
35
true.
ouncer was.
Yeah. Wow. It's beautiful. All right, Paul, thank you. Thank you
You're-
for your time. Thank you for coming out to meet me. And I apologize for being late today, but hey, that's traffic in Toronto, but thank you. I really appreciate it. I love your passion for the cars. I loved hearing about your story about your hot rod that we'll imagine what it looked like. What color was it anyway?
It was black.
Ah, even better. Okay, priceless. But again,
Black.
there you go. You're reliving it.
Yes.
But thank you, Paul.
You're very welcome, sir.
Thank